boots on the ground, put it down, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. I got something to tell you I don't think they want you to know, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. It's best-selling author Mickey D with The Scoop. I'm on location. There's gonna be a lot of noise around me. I apologize in advance. The sound, the lighting might be a little off, but I needed to give you this information and I want to give it to you today. As you know, The Scoop is about entertainment, and your education. I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not a money manager. I write books. My books can be found on Amazon.com. You can get the audiobook, the paperback book, or the ebook. Books like Make Money Online with Cannabis Stocks, where I list over 40 stocks and also give you a strategy you can use in any market for the rest of your life. Promising medical marijuana and CBD treatments. You guys know what's going on right now out there. FDA is going to be approving more drugs and more drugs. It's going to be good. Investing in medical and recreational cannabis, buy in before, during, and after legalization. These 3 books to make up the nucleus of your education, my friends. Invest in your education. Invest in you. It's probably going to be one of the most terrific things you've ever done in your entire life. Also, in addition to that, I'll be talking about some other books here in a second. But if you can hear me, it's fairly loud here. If you can hear me. Let me tell you about IIPR, Innovative Industrial Properties, real quick. Now, they're a real estate investment trust. They're a REIT. They do those triple leases. They do those lease back deals. You know, real estate. Yeah. Oh. Excuse me, that boring stuff, man. That real estate is just boring, you know, but very, very effective. Very effective. I don't know if you remember, but it was just a few months back when I wanted to recommend invest in Innovative Industrial Properties, IIPR. It was at 20. It was at 30. It was at 40. Then it was at 50, and I will correct. I'll be able to put it out there to The Scoop. Then it went to 60. Then it went to 70. And still, I'm waiting for a correction. It's 80. Did we correct? It's almost 90. Did we correct already back down to maybe 78? Was that the correction that we're waiting for on Innovative? When I first brought this property, look at my video. #1 marijuana retirement stock. This is my #1 marijuana retirement stock holdings because when I got some shares, they've risen so much. So, you know, we get in early. That's what we do. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit subscribe. Put like and all that good stuff. We love it. I love you. It's a good thing. But Innovative Investment Properties now, Innovative Industrial Properties rather, they have IIPR is what we're going to call them. IIPR. There's another company out there like that, buying a lot of properties in Michigan. We're going to talk about them. They 2 guys formed a company that now is, their company was brought out. Good executives. Their company was brought out by, we'll talk about that another day. But their stock is still only about 50 cents. So we're going to talk about that stock one day. But I remember saying, you know, this is the #1 marijuana retirement stock. It's millennials, this is your stock. And at the time, I believe the stock was considerably lower because it's gone up here lately. But let me tell you, my friends, they got 21 properties now. They had about 8 properties in. They buy these big, huge buildings. They just bought one, 266,000 square foot industrial storage space they'll have in Pennsylvania and all over the U.S. They're doing wherever it's legal. They're there and they're making it happen. Like I said, 21 properties now. They're doing exceptionally well. Those fat dividend checks. Let me tell you what I'm doing with those fat dividend checks. I'm buying uranium and vanadium companies. Now let me tell you about that, my friends. The uranium and vanadium right now, I told you I was going to a rebar company and I was going to try and get some information and do what I can do, right, with the rebar company. Now, rebar is just short for reinforcing steel. They use vanadium, right? Vanadium, what we've been talking about before. Marijuana today, vanadium and uranium tomorrow. Remember we've been preparing for this? Remember Donald Trump, 232? We've been preparing for this, my friends. Let me just tell you, you've gone under where they've done some construction, maybe putting a wall up or putting, like when they do, they reinforce maybe bridges underneath the bridge. You know what I'm talking about? The bars before they pour the concrete, the metal bar. Well, those have to be really, really thick, and they have to be really, really strong, right? We have standards here in America where they have to reach certain standards and they have to be really, really strong. But let me tell you what's happened here. China, and you're going to hear China a lot because the president's talking about China, the president of the United States, and China really is controlling a lot of things, a lot more than we think. But this is one market. I'm talking about vanadium, I'm talking about uranium. This is one area that the president is not going to let them control. Now, getting back to the rebar. Before they pour the concrete, they have the rebar, they got to be thick. You know what happened in China the last time China had an earthquake or any kind of natural disaster? China has all these cities built and all these buildings just basically crumble down. They have an earthquake or something. Not like America, where our stuff is strong and things sway. Things happen, but not like there, where things crumble down. Chinese government said, you will strengthen your rebars or else. What does that mean? That means the Chinese basically have to hoard all their supplies, and they have to get as many supplies off the market as possible. What the bottom line is, last year and the beginning of this year, there was a big run up in vanadium. Since come back down, and it's going to settle down because they don't want, the Chinese have to have, and they don't want the cracking of they need to be strong. They need to be strong. You got to have that vanadium in there. So that's sent the vanadium price up. You know, the thickness, all the measurements and stuff of their stuff had to change over in China. So, you know, the measurements and what they use and all that, that'll give you the strength and everything of what kind of rebar you need and all that. But let me read you a headline here, just from the other day, right? China's rebar output surges 24% year over year. The Chinese are buying this stuff like you buying candy. They need as much as they can get. My friends, over 73 million tons over the first 4 months this year. The Chinese are into it, man. Dude, I'm telling you. You know, we do a lot of research and we do a lot of forward thinking on the scoop. So, due to this factor, the Chinese factor alone, we believe that there'll be a substantial increase in the valuation of these companies, these small companies that have really been left for dead. And we expect the share prices to do their thing too. They should reflect the new increased valuations of these companies soon, especially after Mr. Trump signs 232. Now, you guys know, vanadium is just a byproduct of uranium. So those companies that I list in Marijuana Today, vanadium and uranium tomorrow, there are companies in there that I list that do both. They have a uranium mill and the vanadium goes out. The trucks take the vanadium out. So they got vanadium, they got a source of income for vanadium, and they have a source of income for the uranium. My friends, those companies stand a chance to hit it big. Big time. Big time, my friends. Big time. So that's what's going on with uranium and vanadium. We really do. Our research has taken us to a potential home run. And several of those domestic stocks are listed in this book, which today, I believe the price will be going up today. That price on that book to go up today. But we'll offset it with, you can get free today, right now, the African Marijuana Gold Mine. You can get that one right now, free. Get your copy now. I'm telling you, they only have, when I checked it, there may have been only a few left, but they're giving out 100. So there may be only a few left. But go to Amazon.com and go to the African Marijuana Gold Mine, Richmond Osoil meets Wall Street, and Mickey D, and you'll be able to get a free copy of that. But that's my update, my friends. Like I said, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit subscribe. Thank you for ordering the books. Thank you for purchasing any of the books. I will be going out of the country here shortly. Take a look at some things. Usually when I go out of the country, things happen. So when I go, maybe 232 will be signed. So you never know. But we expect that, and we expect to be ahead of the curve like we have been, and we expect some of these companies that we've singled out, companies that have production, companies that you'll read about them. In this mini book, you'll read about them, and we anticipate we anticipate windfall profits, my friends. We anticipate a real nice return, you know, just by being in early. And I've told you that before. Wall Street, the key to beating Wall Street is to be in there early. You know, like Aurora, 38 cents, and we laughed and joked about it at the last conference. Like Cannabis, early, under $3. You get in Afria, you get in these CV Sciences, you get in these companies early on, my friends. If you can't be an angel investor, if you can't get in on any of the IPOs or anything, just wait your turn, and bam! You know, now some of these companies that we're talking about, some of these companies are lower than the IPO price. Lower than the IPO price. It's beautiful, my friends. It's beautiful. And it's a great time to be, because we only have July 14th. The president, any day now, the president could sign 232. Any day. And these companies that we focused on, these producers, they will probably have a nice spike up, but they'll be making money hand over fist for days, weeks, months, and years to come, my friends. Years to come. So with that said, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit subscribe. Love you. Take care of yourself. God bless you.